Uh, Sammy, I've got a question. Back in your day, you played goal, but you were an athlete in many different sports. Um, how much technical training in goaltending did you get?
Well, I think, Wally, you might know this answer. My first goalie coach was with the Olympic team in Nagano. So I first learned how to butterfly at Olympic camp. I didn't really know how to do that. So, but to say that I didn't have any technical training would be a misnomer. I did go to camps in the summer. I went to Rick St. Croix goalie school in Winnipeg all the time. So worked with him. And in fact, when I was recently inducted into the Manitoba Hockey Hall of Fame, I brought Rick and got to hang out with him again, which was so fun to see him again. Because he was really the only goalie coach that I had really seen, you know, and he let me come to his camps. Like that was a big deal back then, you know, to have a girl at your camps back then. So he let me come and, you know, treated like me like everybody else. But um, I would say all through my even university day, well, high school days, it was still skate saves, right? So you're exposing the back of your leg and you're trying to make the hit the puck to your skate. I look back at it now, why we thought exposing the back of your leg was a smart idea was, I mean, so many bruises in your calves. We're not using the front of our pads to make these saves. So anyway, skate saves and a lot of stand-up hockey, which made us, I think, really good skaters. But I think learning butterfly technique and learning then first VH, then RVH as my career progressed was really hard on my body because my body wasn't used to all of these muscles that were being utilized in the new techniques. So we do try to expose younger kids to some of these techniques because their muscles just need to develop at a certain rate as well. They can't just suddenly learn to butterfly at the age of 22 like I did. Well, maybe 20. But anyways, yeah, I think that eventually was what led to a hip replacement and now feel good. But I think injuries were because of all of these different techniques. So like the RVH now, which is where you do the post lean, which was the end of my career. So I'm 48 and I played until I was 42. So this is 6 years ago. And we're just kind of starting that technique. It is the top of your glute that is then pushing off of the post. So it is no longer you pick up your leg and you're pushing with your quad, which is your biggest muscle, which is what I was used to. You're now pushing with kind of your low back glute, which is very small muscles back there. So that was probably the hardest, I think, on my body, as well as our knee pads that we were landing on when I first started was felt, obviously. There wasn't much to it. And then as we progressed, you started to have like a little bit of a knee pad. And then now the knee pads are probably about this big. So it puts your hip and your leg and your knee at a much different angle. So you're not putting as much stress on any of your joints, which is really smart. So if you watch the NHL goalies, the inner knee part that is part of their pad is now about this thick, I would say, maybe even thicker. So it makes their leg at this angle versus ours that was like gorked out and, you know, more like that. So yeah, just advancements in equipment and everything have really changed the game. But I don't know if I even answered your question, Wally, but I like talking goalies.
No, you did. I have another question, goaltending related, but it's more of a sports psych thing. And this comes from